Hello and good morning, and welcome back to another travel vlog. And this time we're going to Poland. I had to wake up at 5 a.m., so I was pretty tired, and I brushed my teeth as usual before we jumped in the car and headed to the airport, where we would meet up with our friends that would accompany us on this trip as well. We arrived at the same airport that you see in every single one of my videos and waited for our friends to get there as well. And here you see my friend Alva. Yes, we have the same name. We've known each other for a pretty long time. And here's me eating breakfast. I ate a really good sandwich. And then we headed to our gate. I was rushing because I was pretty late. But we got to our gate and then eventually we got on the flight. We got on the plane and waited for a while. And then they had a safety briefing as usual. And then we were finally in the air and I watched a very pretty sunrise. It was very beautiful. And then I had some lemonade and it was pretty good. And I ate some Nutella and I got bored pretty quickly. So I annoyed my little brother. He did not appreciate it. And then we were finally in Poland and we got off the plane. Here's me trying to make my dad do the dab, but I didn't succeed. And then we got a rental car and we got a minibus and everyone is pretty excited. Here we are in the bus, but I was probably most excited. And here's Alva again. And then we started driving, but there were traffic jams right from the start. My mom gave me some candy, so it was good. And the closer we got to Zakopane, the more snow we saw. So that was pretty fun because I love snow. It took us a good 4 hours to get from Kraków to Zakopane, but we finally made it to our hotel. And everyone's pretty excited about that because we've been sitting in this car for 4 hours. So my ass was pretty numb to say. And it was so cute. The houses were really nice. And then we got our room to say, and I was pretty excited about that because we were finally here. And then we went into town to get some lunch and I had my favorite soup. And here's a clip of me trying to get on my shoes because I had so many layers of clothes on because it's pretty cold outside. So I had to be warm, but that came with some complications. Here is me looking in the mirror and deciding that this isn't the peak of my existence. And then we went to rent some skis because they wanted to ski. But my mom asked me if I want to ski and I said no because I hate skiing. And this is the next morning and we went to eat some breakfast and it was so nice outside. And here's me just enjoying my own reflection. So yeah, look at that. After breakfast, when all the others had gone to ski, me and my mom decided to take the rail bus up on one of the mountain tops, and there was an amazing view over just the whole of Zakopane. And yeah, here you can see more of the view and of me. And then we took the rail bus down again, but when we got down we saw Olaf, and my mom asked me if I wanted to take a photo with him, but I was low-key scared, so I said no. Then me and my mom walked into town to find somewhere to eat lunch, and we did, and I had more soup because I love soup. And then this guy handed me this flyer and I did not understand what it said, but it was cute, so I took it. Later that day we went in town again to get dinner, and here's my mom and dad, and we ate some pizza. It was really good, but then me and Alva walked home and that was the end of our second day in Poland. The next day, me and my mom went in town again to find a nail salon where I could get my nails done. So we walked for like half an hour, but when we got there, they said they didn't have a time until February 21st. So we walked to another nail salon and I got an appointment for the next day, and here's my nails before. Then we walked to the sign because my mom wanted to see it, and then we headed back into town to eat lunch with Alva and her mom Linda. After lunch, me and Alva craved some candy, so we got some, and we went to this thrift shop that had some very cute clothes, so that was fun. And then Alva went to a store and bought some fruit, but I was just looking for the candy and the snacks, so let's just say I'm not the healthier one. And then this guy was pretty cute, he was singing. And later that night, me, Alva, and Alva's little brother Axel went back to the pizza place and ate some pizza for dinner because we wanted to. And then it started snowing when we got back outside, and that was really fun. And here's a clip of me trying to protect the pizza on our way home, and it was still snowing. Then we played some card games, but then me and Axel decided to go outside and play in the snow because we're kids, and then I went to sleep. And the next day, my dad drove me and my mom to the nail salon so that I could get my nails done. And it was so cute inside. And after like 2 hours, I was done, and I was so happy with my nails. I really like them a lot, and I actually still have that nail polish on. Then me and my mom went to a cute cafe, and I ate a cinnamon bun because I'm Swedish. And here's me back in the car because me and Axel decided to go to a snow maze. And it took us like 15 minutes to get out, but here we finally made it, and we were so excited. And here's our parents. Here's an overview of the maze, and it's harder than it looks, and there are parents trying to throw snowballs at us. After that, we went back home, and then that night we took the rail bus up to the mountain again to eat dinner because it was our last night in Zakopane. And here's us getting more space in the minibus by getting rid of my little brother. And it started snowing again, and my mom forced everyone to take photos, but I didn't want to, so I was pretty annoyed. But this is the next morning, and we ate our last breakfast, and then it was just me trying to close my backpack with one hand, but it was pretty hard, so get this nice angle of me. Wow, look at that snack. And on our way to Krakow, we decided to stop at Auschwitz and see that. And I've decided to not include any footage or photos from my visit there, besides these 2 clips, because of reasons. And here's me eating some rice cakes because they're so good. And then finally we got to Krakow, and this is our room. And then we headed into town and ate some dinner because we were hungry. Here's Alva showing us that that's her house. She lives in a castle. And then we went home, and this is the next morning. And we had breakfast at this cute cafe. And then we walked to this big square. Then we went to the castle. And here's our parents trying to get a tan in the middle of February. I've come to the conclusion that soup and pizza was the only thing I was eating during my stay in Poland. And then went to this Christmas ornament shop, and I bought 2 cucumbers for 2 of my friends and a little dragon for myself. And I saw this ornament, but it creeped me out. So me and Ava went to the market instead, and we saw some amazing rings, but I unfortunately didn't get one. And the dinner restaurant we went to was completely my aesthetic. I loved it. And then I had some non-alcoholic mojito because, you know, I'm not 18, but I love mojitos. Here's a clip of me showing a big grape and finding out that Donald Trump is 190 centimeters tall, but I did not believe it, but Axel told me it was true, but I still do not believe it. And here's some cheese as well. And for dinner I ate this amazing burger. I loved it. And on our way home I bought some strawberries because I love strawberries. I ate some pancakes with strawberries the next day, and then we decided to go to the salt mine. And I had been there once before, but that was like exactly 10 years ago, so I do not remember much besides one thing, and I'll get to that. But here you see some salt statues. Everything is made of salt. This is salt on the walls and just the mines, and it was so cool, and I totally recommend going there. And then we got to this church, and the thing I remember from last time was that I licked this baby on this wall. I licked that. It tasted like salt. And then I bought this cute salt lamp, and I loved it so much. Back, we drove past the old hotel we stayed in 10 years ago when we were in Poland, so we decided to recreate a photo. They had repainted the hotel, so it looked different now, but it was the same. And here's me being extremely bored in the mirror and just embarrassing myself, so enjoy that. Wow. Oh my god. And then we headed out to eat some dinner for our last night in Poland. And the next day we went up very early to go to the airport, and everyone was tired. Here's me also being very tired. Then we had to say goodbye to our minibus, and that was really sad and emotional. And then we went to the airport, and I drank some water. Stay hydrated, kids, it's important. And then this guy was looking at me, so I stopped. And then we boarded the plane and took off. and we flew back to Sweden. I read some books and just enjoyed the view, and everyone was still very tired. And then we finally landed in Sweden, and I was so excited to be back home and seeing my friends again. We got our luggage and went outside and waited for our dad to come pick us up with the car. And that was it for this video. So thank you for watching. Bye.